Okay, if you're watching this at the right time, you'll have just watched the new Boston variables video done on the C# series. In this program that we're going to create, we're going to learn or take advantage of some of the things that were shown. So let's start by creating a new project. And like the previous ones, we want this to be a Windows form application. And I'm going to name mine Click Me. Okay, so we have our basic form. I'm going to start by changing the text on the form immediately so our program doesn't just say Form 1. I'll change the text to Click Me with an exclamation mark. Okay, I'm going to add a button. Now if your toolbox is all collapsed like this, just go ahead and open it up to all Windows forms. Or in fact the common controls will do as well. And what we're looking for is a button right now. So I'll drag a button out. Make it a little bit wider. I'll go ahead and I'll center that on the screen. Okay, I'm going to change the text on the button to Click Me. Okay, now we're going to use a different object this time from the message box. We're going to use a label. And I'm going to change the properties of the label so that it doesn't auto size. Because you see right now with the text that's in it, it's quite a small label. So let's turn auto size off over here. So there's two ways I can do this. I can double click on true and it changes it to false, or I can choose false from the drop down menu. So I'm going to go ahead and make my label quite wide because I've got a long message that's going to go on there. I don't want my text to be in the top left corner, so the property that we want for that is text align. Okay, so you can see here it's top left. So if I double click, that steps through the options, or I can choose the drop down menu and choose the option I want, which is middle center. So that means it's going to be centered vertically as well as centered horizontally. Okay, so if I run the program now, let's see what happens. Okay, there's our program. If I click on Click Me, it doesn't do anything. Not very good. Okay, so let's modify our program now so that the button will do something. So I've double clicked on the button. Now if we've just watched the variables video, we want to take advantage of some of the things we've learned there. So one of the things they talked about was declaring a string variable, which is what I will do here. So a string variable is something that can store text. Now I like to name many of my general use string variables S. It's a common practice that you'll see out in the world. So string S, and then I'm going to assign it the value. Notice I've used an equal sign there. A value of thanks for clicking the button. Exclamation mark. And now notice the whole thing is enclosed in double quotes, which is necessary. Now notice down at the end I've got this little tilde here. It's reminding me that we need to end the statement with a semicolon. Okay, let's go ahead and try this program again, see what happens. Okay, we click on Click Me, and of course still nothing happens because all we've done so far is declared the variable S. We haven't done anything with it. So let's do that now. Now we want to change the text on the label. So I'll go ahead and start typing label, and there is my label right there, named label 1. I want to change the text property of that label. So notice that I put in a period and then just started typing text, and it came up. And I'm going to assign that to S, because remember S up here equals thanks for clicking the button. Now you might be thinking, well, why don't we just use that text directly like this? And yeah, we could do that, but you know what? Sometimes it's better to have a variable like this because you might use the variable in more than one place. So let me just go ahead and put S back in there. Right, let's give that a shot. Okay, there's my program. We've got the label. We maybe could have changed the text on the label. Let's click the button, and sure enough, the text right there, label 1, does go ahead and change to the value that we had stored in variable S.